Hello everyone, welcome back to a special edition of the ABS show coming straight to you from New York City. If this is your very first time watching us, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like and share. And right after the show, go on Instagram and follow us at the ABS show. I am super excited because we have a superstar in the mix.
Super excited.
Super excited.
Big Ghana giant.
And if you're a fan of the ABS show, you know we always talk about her.
Hey,
right?
all the time. We say just about how.
She was part of our countdown list last year. You know, she made several headlines.
Fashion list.
Yes.
Countdown.
Everything.
Name it.
Yes.
Scandal.
Yes.
Relationship.
Hey.
Relationship.
She's a superstar, award-winning artist. She does it all. Everyone, help me welcome Efya! Oh my gosh! Welcome to the ABS show. Let me sip, honey.
Oh, okay.
Charlie, not too much, okay?
All right, I got
Handle
it.
yourself.
So, Efya, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Charlie. It's such a honor to be here with you guys finally. You know, I've been watching your show and then he's been telling me how much he's wanted me on it. So on this trip, I made it a point to make sure that I come to the show.
Oh,
Good.
that's awesome.
Oh my God, we're super excited that you are here.
Thank
So tell us,
you.
what are you doing in New York?
I've been here for a couple of weeks, doing some new music, shooting some videos, and doing some shows also. Last week, we had a show at the PlayStation Center, which was exciting.
Yes, we were there.
Yeah.
Team Maddie
So,
performed. I hosted.
Yes. I did my thing.
so you know, it's always lovely in New York. I have family and friends, and there's a whole bunch of ginghams here, so it's always nice to come. So I made it a point that once I'm here, I have to come and see you guys.
You mentioned it. That's what she calls her fans. All right, so we're going to move on. Glitz.
Yes.
Let's talk to Miss Efya. She's here.
I'm going to start easy. Easy on you. So, Efya, what part of Ghana are you from and what tribe do you rep? And what is your tribe distinct of?
I am a mixed of the north and the south. This is because both my fathers, I have two dads. I'm so lucky.
Wow.
Yes, so both my fathers come from the northern region, one from Tamale, one from Bolgatanga.
Oh,
So,
northern, nice.
yes, and then my mother comes from Ejoso-Kwahoma, which is in the south. But because of lineage, we take our mother's side. So I'm Ashanti, but I'm half northern, yes. So and that is basically for that part of that situation. But you know, we live in Accra, but we try and go home as much as possible, especially in December to visit the family. But I am a very, very Ashanti girl.
Okay, what are you distinct for? What's the distinction of Ashanti versus Fanti and everything else?
What is it?
What will stand out for your tribe?
They have me. They have Efya.
Oh, that's it. We are finished. Party done.
That's good. Yes, yes. Can I say though, Efya, my sister actually introduced your music to me.
Okay.
She listens. You know, she was the first one to discover Efya, and then she was like, "Look, you have to listen to this lady. She's so amazing." And when I got into your music, I was inspired. So I wanted to ask you, who inspired you for you to get into the music industry?
I've been singing since I was a child. I would say, I know everybody says that, but it's actually true of my story, where I've been singing since I was like maybe 6 years old in church, you know, singing Sunday services, because my family is very Christian. My grandfather is a full gospel businessman, and as it goes, he had 15 kids, and my mother is the firstborn. So I was the first grandchild of my family. So it's a big family, and God has always been a very big part of it. So I started singing in church. So definitely
in church.
You too.
Definitely, I was inspired to take it as a profession after Stars of the Future, which is a competition that I did in my country. So, you know, as the story goes, one thing led to another, and here we are.
Okay. Do you remember this picture?
Yes.
Yes. That was like 2 years ago.
Yes, that was 2 years ago. We had a photo shoot and we did an interview by the water.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, Charlie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small star.
All right, Efya, tell us something. I mean, it's awesome to see that you have been doing your thing and you're notable for music. So, aside music, do you have other dreams or something you wish to unleash or you're already working on right now?
When I'm not Efya, I'm Jane, and she's a very calm girl. She works for her mom.
Oh, wow.
My mom has a production company, so whenever I'm not doing my work, I work with her. Sometimes I edit for her. Sometimes I direct for her.
Wow.
Because I'm a theater.
Where in Ghana?
In Accra.
In Accra.
Premier Productions.
Yes. Listen, her mother is a legend, by the way. Okay?
Legend.
I'm just saying. I just have to
Premier
throw that out there.
Productions. Basically, I work for them. They basically own me.
Really? Wow, that's
Yes.
dope.
So apart from that, she has all these other charities that she works with. She's a great humanitarian. So I help her out as much as possible because no matter what, it's all coming down to me one day, and it's a lot of work and a lot of very, very huge shoes to fill. So I'm learning as much as I can so that when she retires, I can take the position that I've been given and do the work way better than she did if I can.
I don't know this about you, but are you the only child?
Yes.
Oh.
But I have brothers. I have 2 brothers and a half sister and 2 half sisters and a brother too. So I said I have 2 dads.
Yeah.
So that means I have
Yeah.
2 moms. So I have like 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and I'm in the middle. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Efya, when I first heard you in concert,
Oh, is that me? Oh, that's a nice
that's
picture.
you looking like
Listen,
it's snap.
we came through.
Snap.
I feel you. That's nice.
So, Efya, when I first heard you in concert, I was blown away. Because when you go to these concerts, these people have auto tunes, they have a DJ track,
Speak on it.
they have all of this. You're like, is it voice I'm hearing or is it robots? And I heard you, and like I told you that I was like mesmerized. It was like somebody just took my breath away. So how is it being the most impactful woman to me in Ghana, doing Afro beats in Ghana and to the world? How does it feel for you?
I mean, what it is, I believe, is that we have inspired a generation, and that is my purpose, to leave as much behind as I can, because, as much as we're doing everything that we are doing now, one day we will not be here anymore. And I believe that everything dies except the music. Yeah, so we're just trying to leave enough behind so that everything keeps going on. And I'm just grateful to inspire so much people. I love performing live because you hear the music on the radio, you hear it when you're playing it by yourself.
Right.
I want the live experience to be different from when it is that you're listening to the music at home. And it's personal, it's interactive, it's emotional, it's spiritual, and I believe that that's what I bring to the stage. And every time I get the chance to show that, I do it, and I do it to my best.
And we love it.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad that you mentioned the Afrobeat,
Yes.
and you just performed at the PlayStation Theater, Afrobeat to the world. So why is that so important for you to be part of such a movement like that?
I mean, the culture is shifting, and it's beautiful because we have been doing so much for so long to be able to let African music become the #1 listened music in the world, and I think it's happening. And I think at this time is the best time that we need to push much more than ever.
Push it.
Yes.
Yes, much
Preach.
more than ever. Like, anything that comes up, we must try and support it as much as we can with all our power. Davido is being played on the radio, and I feel like it's time we got more artists to be played on the international radio. And if this is how we started, or this is how we continue it, or this is how we help it, we're going to do as much as we can to make that happen, because African music is world music.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Love it, love it, love
Tell
it.
them.
All right. Enough of the serious question. I won't kill my sister.
We are doing English
Let's get
lessons.
juicy a little bit.
A little bit. Let's on a lighter note. We know you have gone around the world and you have had a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
And a lot of interrogations. So what's the most annoying question you have ever been asked?
How did this start?
You don't like that question because they ask you all the time, right?
Everybody wants to know, but it's interesting to me because it makes you realize that you need to keep telling the story. You need to keep telling the story so people know what it is that has happened, what it is that has gone down, and what is going to happen. You have to be your testimony.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not annoying anymore.
I mean, it's cool. You know what
But
it
it's tiring.
is? I've just devised a way to answer it differently every time. That makes it fun for me.
I like that.
Talking about fun. Is that me next?
Yes.
Talking about fun.
Nice one.
What is your guilty pleasure? I need you to be honest though.
Oh.
Don't say it's PlayStation or playing video games or watching TV. What is Efya's guilty pleasure?
Egg and pepper.
Egg and pepper.
What?
You love it that much?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you're eating egg and peppers, that means hey! The atmosphere.
Yo! Listen,
Yeah, you can be eating nigga pepper soup.
No, I love it so much. It's on my writer.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
Because I like
You
it.
just love it?
And
I like egg pepper soup. I
Nkosiani
can't.
Meko.
Oh my God. I feel you. I feel you.
Don't eat it.
I feel you.
No, it's a Ghanaian thing.
I know I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's mad.
Listen, the music industry, everybody's trying to come up now. I want to know, who do you think is the most overrated artist right now?
Ooh.
Oh, what do you mean by overrated?
Everybody kind of like hailing them, but you look at them and you're like,
Really?
I don't understand. I don't think there's anything as
Overrated,
overrating
okay.
an artist. I just feel like some people like some artists more than they like other artists, and this is choice.
yes.
And as noses, everybody has one.
Right.
You know, so I
like
believe
You heard
that.
that?
Yes.
I like
We all
that.
have
I like
one.
that.
And I believe that everybody should have a choice to like what they like,
Yes.
and love it as much as to support it and scream it at the top of their voice
Awesome.
to tell people that they like that.
So what artist out there is underrated and that needs like you feel like so talented but it's not getting that push?
Everybody that I feel is talented is getting pushed. What I think should be happening is, if you think that there's somebody, where can they see me? That's my camera.
Yes.
If you
Ooh,
see
talk
that
to
there's
them.
somebody that is talented and you want to support them, don't wait for them to. If you
make
wait
it.
for them to blow, they've blown.
They won't have time.
Yeah.
If you don't help them now, how are you going to be part of the story? So
Thank you.
if you see somebody and you think they're underrated, make them rated. If you think you have the power to help them to become bigger, help them to become bigger. I hate those words, underrated, overrated.
Yeah.
It becomes so complicated. It's like, what are we doing? Are we making the peasant feel better about themselves?
Exactly.
Or we're making the peasant feel worse about themselves? Like, it's all about encouragement and keeping each other going, encouraging each other. What's good vibes? You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
We
So
build together.
I don't use those words for artists. I believe that everybody's doing the best that they can. And if we do push and help each other, we can be bigger, you know,
Right.
which is very possible.
Right.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that.
Talk about
I
it.
love that. Have you ever had any embarrassing moment? Like maybe the mic just go off while you're on stage? something
No.
Like
I've had very,
Never?
very, no.
You've
I've
not
had
tripped,
very-
you've not
You're-
fallen?
you're
I've never
lucky.
fallen on stage. I've never had a wardrobe malfunction.
I was super nervous when you came out on stage during the girls' talk in
With
that
the-
bubble. No.
Oh, the bubble?
The bubble. I
Oh,
was like,
the
I was
bubble
watching and I'm like,
easy.
You were
yeah,
shaking?
are you sure about this?
Let me tell you a secret.
Yeah.
You go into the bubble before they blow it up. So you're in there. You gotta hold your breath for a little
For a
bit,
little bit,
and
yeah.
then it's all fun. And then you come in the bubble, and then you're in a bubble, and you're singing in a bubble. Exciting time.
If you've not seen that, go on
Awesome.
YouTube and check that out. That was visually just amazing.
Yeah, that was girl talk. That was lovely.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Up to me. So like I said earlier, there's a lot of
You have
musicians.
a YouTube, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, so you can check that out.
And Vimeo too, right?
And Vimeo. Mhm.
So, like I was saying earlier, when you go to a lot of these concerts, you see a lot more tracks. You could even see people singing it off track. But when I went to your
That really
concert,
bothers you.
it bothers me because if you're
talking
paying,
about that
if
for
you put
days.
your money down for a concert, they want to hear the artist's voice.
What I
Yeah.
think is, as of recently, some of the big African stars are putting in much more effort
Yes.
to rehearse and practice. Somebody like Burna Boy, I've seen on his tour, he's using the band mixed with the DJ, and most of the time, that's what's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
If you can give them both of both worlds, it's much more electric. So shout outs to the people that are trying, and because of that, I hope with that it encourages more artists to try it out, because it just gives the whole show a different flair.
Exactly.
Everybody knows it. I'm sure it makes it clearer.
That
on
makes
that
that's my question the same. Why do you prefer acoustic versus DJ?
Because it's just a vibe.
Yeah,
it's about
it's a
what
vibe.
kind of vibe we're bringing to what kind of show it is. I have played with a DJ before,
Yeah.
but it was probably in a different situation at a different place. But most of the time, I would prefer the live band
Yeah.
because I can have fun with it, and then you can be interactive with the audience
yeah.
without pausing the music, because the DJ, the music is flowing. If you have to pause, you can't pause, you gotta lower it, or it gets
And you
weird.
miss the
So, but when you're
arrangements.
using the live band, it's much more easier, isn't it?
Right.